Good morning, YouTube family. Today I will be sharing my heritage estimate that I got from a free upload from FamilyTreedna Dna. Once you do your DNA test, you can upload to MyHeritage for free. But if you have not, you'll have to pay $79 for a kit and wait 6 weeks and get your results back. So today I'm going to share my results and my feelings towards and my reaction, basically. Okay, I'm going to show you the intro. I have pressed it. I'm going to play it for you. Okay, so I'm going to go to each one and tell you the percentages and show you the locations. This test gives you more information than Family Tree, which has made me very, very excited. Okay, the first one is Africa, which is 76.3%. West Africa, Nigerian, at 33.5%. So for West Africa, I'm 60.2%. Now for Nigeria, which is located right here, it states Nigeria has the largest population in Africa, and its people belong to over 250 sub-ethnic groups, the largest of which are the Asan and the Yoruba. Nigeria was ruled by various kingdoms in the tribal rulers and became a colony of England in the 19th century. Many people of African descent in the Americas, particularly in the Caribbean, have some Nigerian ethnicity. Okay, the next one is Sierra Leone at 26.7%. As you can see, it starts in the middle and spans out to the next region. And it reads, Sierra Leoneans belong to 16 ethnic groups, the largest of which are the Mindi and the Temne. In the 16th century, Sierra Leone became a major shipping center for the African slave trade. Over a century later, free slaves from North America returned to the region to find and found fledgling colonies. People of African descent in the Caribbean and the Americas have some Sierra Leonean ancestry. The most important crop is rice, which is served at every meal. Okay. Next one is East Africa at 10.2%, which is Kenya. On the east coast of Africa. And it reads, people of Kenyan descent have inherited a highly diverse genetic heritage from a region that is home to almost every major ethnic group found in Greater Africa. The majority of the Kenyans belong to various Bantu subgroups. The second largest ethnic group is the Luhua. Major migrations over the last few decades due to economic and political instability have resulted in large Canadian populations in the UK, US, and Australia. Kenya has produced a high number of elite distant runners, most of whom are members of the Kalenjin tribe. Excuse me. Ooh. The next one is North African at 5.9%. Excuse me. As you can see, it's the whole part of North Africa from Egypt to the other side. The dark purple is my DNA. Okay, and that's at 5.9%. Many people from North African region, known as the Maghreb, which encompasses modern-day Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya, trace their roots to the Berbers of antiquity. North Africans share some genetic traits with their Southern European neighbors, though the cultures and religions of the region were affected by Arabization and the rise of Islam after the 6th century CE. Colonization and waves of immigration over the last 2 centuries have created a large North African diaspora. France is home to nearly 5 million people of North African heritage. One staple dish in particular has brought fame to North African cuisine, which is couscous. Okay, the next one is Europe at 20.9%. I have North and West Europe at 19.7%, which is Germany and France, and the Netherlands and Belgium, and Austria and Czech Republic. The deep purple represents me. Okay, it says the population of Northern and Western Europe mainly includes German, French, and Dutch people. This region has been influenced by significant historical events, including the formation of the Catholic Church, the Renaissance era, the Protestant Reformation, and the Industrial Revolution. The Americas and in parts of Africa and Oceania, the area and the birthplace of Western culture, includes innovations in art, literature, science, and so forth. Western Europeans take food very seriously. European culture and culinary practices and dining etiquette are highly developed, with wine and cheese making, pastry, baking, and cooking have been elevated to an art. I love French food. Okay. South Europe, which is Greek at 1.2%. This definitely surprised me because I would never know I had Greek. Since ancient times, the Greek people have largely remained in the Greek area around the Aegean and Ionian seas. The cosmopolitan hubs historically in Athens and Alexandria and eventually Constantinople. However, ethnic Greeks may also be found in Cyprus, the Caucasus, southern Russia, and southern Italy. Perhaps the first place the Greeks moved. But we know about that history. The Greek culture and even Greek identity have dominated Western civilization for centuries, in part because of Alexander the Great and his conquest of much of the ancient world. Okay. And they also have Greek culture that deals with giants. Homer and Sophocles was names of giants that roamed the area. Okay. America is Central America at 1.7%. As you can see, it stretches from Mexico down to South America, but the real dark part of the area is my DNA, more linked to, which is Mexico, Colombia, Peru, and Brazil. The largest population of Central Americans spanning from Mexico to Colombia and Venezuela is the Mestizos descent, a mixture of Spanish, Native American, and African ancestry. Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic have a greater Caucasian population representing European migration. In contrast, indigenous Central Americans are Mayans, the descendants of the advanced Mayan civilization of pre-Columbian times. Okay. Now, my last one is Middle East at 1.1%. And I will show you the map. As you can see, the dark purple represents my DNA at 1.1%. But you see on Family Tree DNA, they have me down as less than 2%. So that's the whole area. So they can't say I'm not Jewish or Hebrew. The Levant, a region in the Eastern Mediterranean, is home to speakers of Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic, and other Semitic languages, and is the birthplace of the Abrahamic religion. Muslim conquest of the Levant in the 7th century resulted in widespread adherence to Islam and the use of the Arabic language, while smaller groups of Christians, Jews, and others are also present. Middle Eastern people have immigrated across the globe with significant populations in Europe and the Americas, with its history stretching back to the earliest human settlements. The Middle East is known as the cradle of civilization, which traces of inhabitation from 9000 BC. Jericho is the earliest known walled city. The region is also likely home to the earliest form of human agriculture, complex governance, and some of the earliest written records we have to date. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Hint, hint. But that concludes my heritage estimate. How do I feel about it? It's beautiful. I like the information. I like the map. I like the breakdown. You can't miss a beat with the information that they give you. Is it worth taking? Yes, it is. Is it good to upload? Yes, it is. I give it 2 thumbs up. I'm going to come back later with the Gedmatch information later on this afternoon, because it's like early in the morning right now. So I just uploaded this, since I couldn't do it yesterday because I had to wait, for everything to go through. And this makes me very happy. Very, very happy. I feel much closer to my ancestors now because I know exactly where they all came from on my mother and my grandmother's side. Unfortunately, I'm not going to know what, is on my father's side because I never knew my father since, as I was telling you in my other video, I was adopted, me and my brother, and his name wasn't on our birth certificates and nothing. So that search is still continuing. Hopefully, when I check Gedmatch, hopefully my matches will, be some ancestors to him somewhere down the line. So I will be back later. I want everyone to have a blessed day and enjoy yourself. Stay blessed. Give all praise to the Most High. Love each other and love your family. Talk to you later. Deuces.